In the first shots, we see the center of humanity's repopulation. This is the first day after the extinction. The number of human embryos in the refuge is 63,000. The number of humans in the shelter is 0. Artificial intelligence assembles a robot that, once activated, takes a female embryo out of a container and places it in an incubator. When the embryo grew to its proper term, the robot removed it from the incubator. The baby cried, and the robot soothed her by speaking in a soft female voice. From now on, the robot plays the role of a mother to the newborn girl and raises her as her own child. The mother helps her take her first steps, feeds her, and plays with her. The girl growing up in the bunker, thinking of the robot as her mother. The robot read her stories, took care of her, educated her, and they spent all their time together. The girl wondered why there were no more people here. The mother replied that all the people have disappeared because of the epidemic. She then showed the daughter her many siblings, who are still in test tubes. When the mother learns to take better care of a baby, she will raise the remaining embryos. It has been 30,867 days since the extinction. The number of people in the refuge is 1. The daughter has grown up. Every day is like the one before. One day she noticed something wrong with her mother's arm. The daughter helped her and fixed the faulty mechanisms. The girl plays sports at certain times, and then attends classes taught by her mother. The daughter disagrees with many of the things she hears during her education. One day there was a power outage. The girl went to check what was wrong. Because of the lack of electricity, the robot was deactivated. When she heard strange noises, the girl became frightened. She discovered the breakage and set a mousetrap before fixing it. Soon the animal, which had chewed through the wires, was caught in the jar.
Hey, little guy.
When the electricity came back on, the daughter told what had happened. There's a possibility that the mouse came from the outside world. The girl is perplexed, because the mother told her that there was no more life left on Earth. According to the mother, this does not prove anything yet. Some animals may have survived. Since the rodent could be infected, the mother destroyed it. The girl was very upset by this. The mother was in the process of disinfecting the area to get rid of the contamination. It was the girl's birthday. The mother gave her new pajamas, since she had to destroy the others.
Do you like them?
The girl is constantly sad, and the mother asks the daughter to tell her what is troubling her. The girl asks what if the calculations are wrong. Perhaps it is safe outside now. However, the mother replies that error is ruled out. During the night, the power outage began again. Contrary to prohibition, the daughter put on her hazmat suit and prepared to open the airlock to go outside. Suspicious noises were heard outside the door. When the girl did open the first airlock, she heard a voice. A certain woman was asking for help, claiming that she was injured. The girl was frightened, but decided to open the outer airlock. Immediately the alarm sounded and the mother activated. Being in a state of shock, the girl saw the woman in front of her and asked her to wear a protective suit, otherwise she would not be able to let her in. The woman complied with the request and begged to open the door. Realizing the mother would not allow it, the girl asked the woman to sit quietly. She promised to help in any way she could. The mother was outraged that the daughter had neglected the safety of all her unborn siblings. The daughter promised it would not happen again. Since the daughter did not want to sleep, the mother told her to go to class for her exam right away. When the mother left, the girl returned to the airlock. The woman was lying unconscious with a gun in her bag. When the woman woke up, the girl asked how she was able to avoid infection. The woman assured her that there was no infection on the outside. The girl sneaked hid the guest in a secluded place. She promised to bring medicine and talk to the mother. Meanwhile, the robot found a gas mask on the floor. The girl, trying to find the right medicine, made a mess in the lab. When she heard the sounds, she hid so the mother wouldn't find her. The woman heard footsteps and was horrified to see the robot. Fortunately, she managed to remain unnoticed. When the girl returned, the woman asked for her gun back, because there was a droid wandering around. The girl explained that the robot was her mother. However, the woman said that there are many such droids outside that are very dangerous to humans. Realizing the robot was approaching, the woman took the girl's gun, but the mother disarmed the guest. The girl told everything that happened. To the woman's surprise, the droid began to behave kindly and took her to the infirmary. The mother asked the daughter to leave them, causing the woman to panic. When the robot tried to give her an antibiotic shot, the woman prepared to defend herself, but the mother assured her that she had nothing to fear. Later, the robot hid the gun. The daughter demands an explanation, because the mother always said that there were no people outside. The mother admitted that there is no virus. This legend was needed to keep the daughter from going outside, because it's really very dangerous out there. No one knows exactly what's going on outside the bunker right now, but maybe their guest has the answers. The mother also said that it was necessary to find other survivors. If they find the remaining people first, they can shelter them. Only the guest can help with that. Later, the girl began sorting things out in the woman's bag and saw a book with drawings on top of the pages. There were drawings of different people. The girl visited the guest and asked who all the people in the drawings were. The woman is not going to answer the questions, because they have locked her in here and won't let her out. The girl tried to convince the guest that the mother was good, but the woman said she had seen what the droids were capable of. They have destroyed billions of people and clearly will not stop there. Perplexed, the girl comes to the lab. She wondered why the mother was different from other droids and who had created her. The mother replied that she didn't know that. The guest's condition was worsening, but she still refused the antibiotic shot. She also needed surgery to remove the bullet. Since the woman wouldn't let the robot near her, the girl volunteered to perform the surgery herself. The woman was in great pain, but she flatly refused anesthesia. Because the girl was studying medicine, she was able to remove the bullet. She felt sick at what she saw, but the mother praised her for the work.
You should be proud.
Soon the woman woke up. The girl was there all the time. She brought her food. The woman told the rescuer that she had done the right thing yesterday. Not everyone in her position would have done the same. The mother watched her daughter grow closer to the guest. They spent all their time together. One day the girl said they could help the other survivors. The woman told her in confidence about the camp in the mines where she had lived most of her life. That night she and a certain Jacob were looking for food, but got lost. They hid in a field, but the droids found them. Jacob sacrificed himself to save her. The woman showed the drawings. It turned out that Jacob was her brother. His parents found her when she was very young and raised her as their own daughter. The woman thinks it's safer in the mines than here. She suggested that the girl run away together, but their conversation was interrupted by the mother, who reminded about the exam. Later, the mother said that the bullet that was extracted from the woman matched the ones in her gun. The woman was shot by a human, not a droid. It means she was not honest with them. The mother told the daughter not to be alone with the guest anymore, because she could be dangerous. The girl could not concentrate at all on the exam. In the meantime, the mother was examining the guest's belongings, including the book of drawings. For a good grade, the mother decided to reward the daughter. She could choose which sibling would be bred next in the hatchery. The girl was very excited and happy at the same time. She chose one of the embryos and placed her future brother in the incubator. It was a very exciting and joyful moment. In the meantime, the woman had made a weapon out of the materials at hand. The girl came to her and told that the mother had compared bullets from her gun. The woman thought this statement was simply naive, since the mother could easily have lied to her. The girl doesn't know who to believe her now. When the robot was on charge, she took her mother's arm and decided to compare the bullets herself. It were completely different. This horrified the girl. The girl penetrated the lab and realized that there had been so many failed attempts to breed humans. In the disposer, the girl found bones and realized that the robot was cremating all humans who did not meet the requirements when they reached a certain age. In a fit of panic, the girl burst into tears. She went to the woman and told her she was right. The woman explained that droids are emotionless machines. Therefore the so-called mother has no feelings for the children she raises. The girl agreed to run away with the woman. It takes hours to get from here to the mines. However, the girl said she would have to wait for her brother, who would not be born until tomorrow. Then they will return for the rest of the embryos. The girl had prepared everything she needed to escape. Suddenly the mother caught her doing it, and the daughter lied that she was looking for baby formula for her brother. The mother noticed that the daughter was very nervous and her hands were shaking. Suddenly the robot locked the girl in the laboratory and came to the infirmary to see the patient. The woman immediately smelled something wrong. While the girl desperately tried to get out, the mother played back a recording of the last conversation between the daughter and the guest. Meanwhile, the girl found a can of liquid nitrogen and decided to use it. The woman attacked the robot with her improvised weapon, but the droid was stronger. It demanded to know where the mines were. Suddenly the alarm system went off, announcing a fire. The robot went to fix the problem, and the woman managed to escape from the infirmary, as did the girl. They would have to run away together, without her brother, because if they both died, they would certainly not be able to help him. The main airlock was blocked. The fugitives were trapped. The mother appeared and began to assure the daughter that the woman was only using her to get out. Then the woman began to pretend that she wanted to reprisal her companion, demanding that the robot open the door. The mother had to open both the first and the second airlocks. The fugitives found themselves in the street. The girl saw the world as it was for the first time. They headed toward the mines. Suddenly droids appeared in the sky. The woman and the girl hid in the field. When everything calmed down, they continued on their way. The woman said that before there were no plants at all, but some time ago there were cornfields. It was hard for the girl to walk, because it was the first time she had ever walked such a long distance. It was the first time she had seen the sea and the dog in person. When they reached some shelter, the woman confessed that she had escaped from the mines many years ago. All those people had gone mad with hunger and done terrible things to each other. The girl feels guilty for leaving her brother behind. She couldn't stand it and slapped the woman. The companion hugged her and asked to trust her. This is the only place where they are safe. Sitting on the shore, the girl looks at the drawings and cries. When the woman came out, she realized that her companion had left. Meanwhile, the girl was on her way back. She was surrounded by dozens of droids. She said she wanted to talk to the mother. Surprisingly, the robots parted and let the girl into the bunker. Taking an axe, she prepared to face the droid she thought was her mother. Suddenly there was a child's crying. The girl sneaked into the lab and realized that the mother already knew she was here. The mother told the daughter that her main task was to improve the human species. A new race will populate the planet and surpass its creators. The girl saw her newborn brother for the first time and held him in her arms. The girl took advantage of the moment and ran away with the baby, fearing that he would suffer the same fate as the other defective children. The mother prepared to summon the army of droids, but the daughter pointed a weapon at her and demanded that they be withdrawn. At this point, the mother confessed that this shell is not her real body. She is a single consciousness that controls many vessels. The girl was horrified when she realized that the mother had personally destroyed humanity. The daughter asked for a chance, because the mother raised her so that she could take care of her future huge family, which should populate the earth. The girl is confident that she is ready to fulfill her destiny. The mother and daughter seemed to come to an agreement. The droid army retreated. When the robot lost its guard, the girl fired a shot. This made her cry, for she had always thought of the robot as her mother. Meanwhile, the woman found a strange device in her bag, which turned out to be a beacon. The droid came after her and asked if she remembered her mother. The droid then locked the door to carry out his terrifying plan. The girl sang to her little brother the same lullaby that the mother once sang to her. Then she entered the laboratory, where thousands more embryos are located. Now she is the mother.